Kyle, will segue into running back. What kind of sticking with this game, because the running back you were having trouble ranking this week was James Conner. RB4 and RB6 over the past 2 Cardinals games. One of those was with Kyler Murray, and then last night, of course, with Colt McCoy. But it seems like maybe even before the injury, they were going to maybe put the offense on his back. And even though all 32 teams are active this week, he kind of feels like an RB1. Am I wrong?
No, I was struggling with how high can I push him, because his role, I mean, it's kind of second to none right now in terms of running backs, at least in terms of his share of the backfield, his snaps. Since he returned from, I believe it was a rib injury in week 9, it's been 5 games ago, he has had snap shares at his lowest of 71 and 77, I believe, percent. 3 games over 90%. He leads all running backs since returning from the rib injury in percent of backfield carries. They are not giving any other running back carries nor snaps, and he's running the bulk of the routes. Obviously, if you're going to be on 90% of snaps, you're going to run the routes too. So he's not getting a ton of work in the sense of he's not Derrick Henry 25 carries, and he's not Christian McCaffrey 8 or 9 targets. But as a cut of the backfield, he is those running backs. He's better than Derrick Henry is in terms of the route share, and he's better than McCaffrey is in terms of the carry share. It's just a matter of, how we feel about his talent and how we feel about the offense, almost more importantly, really, as it heads into the final, the next Colt McCoy era, hopefully the final Colt McCoy era. But running back 1, I easily am going to have him top 12. It's really, do I push him that Joe Mixon tier, right? 7, 8, 9, 10.
I have him as the RB10 right now. Lawrence, what are your thoughts on James Conner?
Dang, am I off or something? Because I got him at running back 16. I mean,
you got to go back to the drawing board.
Something, yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? The share that he's going to get of the backfield that he has been getting. That's something hard to argue. I didn't even realize it, but now that every back is back, every player is back. I'm just looking at some names like ETN. I actually got Zonovan Knight in that 14-15 range with Aaron Jones. And then I against the Lions, he's ready to go. I mean, I can't argue with the fact that they'll lean on James Conner, especially now with no Kyler Murray. No Kyler Murray to take, some of the rushing yards away from him. Colt McCoy is certainly not going to do that. But just because of some of the other players that are there, and it's not like Denver is some, they're not slouches on defense. The Chiefs were very successful as far from a scoring standpoint, but that was Jerick McKinnon going for 100 yards receiving, So, I mean, is James Conner going to get it that way?
He's kind of getting it every way right now. And the Broncos, they're elite through the air, a little more vulnerable on the ground. It's just, the usage has just been insane for Conner. He's almost like Alvin Kamara type usage. Kind of honestly, like how Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, Ramondre's a good comp. He's not seeing as many. Ramondre was actually like Alvin Kamara plus more carries. Mm-hmm. He's like Dalvin Cook plus, I'd say, in terms of usage.
And I heard you're having trouble ranking Dalvin Cook. I'm going to actually ask you about Dalvin Cook real quick. But, Lawrence, James Conner against the Broncos or Aaron Jones against the Rams?
Oh, man.
This is easy for me.
I know it is for you. It ain't for me. Let's see. What did the
Jimmy? Come on, Jimmy.
Give me Aaron Jones. That's how
I do have him back to back. I have Jimmy in one spot ahead of Aaron Jones. James Conner or Miles Sanders?
Sanders.
James.
Miles Sanders is playing the Bears.
Yeah, give me Miles Sanders.
Maybe Miles.
Yeah, James Conner at the Denver Broncos. Ezekiel Elliott versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jamathan.
Now you might have me.
I got James.
I got him at 15 and 16, but I'll go James there. He has the whole. I mean, he coming off a 7-target game, which I just now realized.
Yeah, Lawrence, I think you might be reevaluating. You're gonna come back.
I'm definitely gonna be reevaluating.
You're gonna text Kyle and I later. I got him up to RB8 now, guys. Kyle, yeah, I mean, you mentioned Dalvin Cook. We can touching him like briefly, because he's just not having an inspiring year. Like he's just having a very, very, very strange year. Had a very unproductive week 14 and a pretty bad Vikings loss, and what should have been a really good scoring environment for the Vikings. He did find the end zone for the second straight game, but what are your thoughts on Dalvin Cook?
Yeah, at first I was like just kind of digging into its surface level, was pretty down on Dalvin Cook coming off of the 15 carry, 23 yard. Those two numbers far too similar for my liking, but one touchdown performance. And the more concerning part is that he really hasn't been catching many passes, and he really hasn't been doing anything with the passes he has been catching for weeks and weeks and weeks now. I mean, he doesn't have a game over 30 receiving yards the whole season. He doesn't have a game over 30 receiving yards. He has 3 games of 4+ catches, but only valuable in the sense of they're worth some PPR points. But he's been scoring a lot of touchdowns to save the otherwise lackluster performances. So I was like, oh, touchdown dependent RB2 type. But last week he dominated the carries still. We didn't see Alexander Madison. I think he got 2 carries, didn't get a target. And most importantly, I did kind of think maybe he's just kind of lost a step, but he is still above. He's not maybe elite, but he has still been well above average in yards after contact per attempt, above average in missed tackles forced per attempt. So it doesn't seem like he's fallen off the map in terms of physical abilities either. So I do kind of think sort of like Saquon Barkley, but he's not as talented in the sense of Dalvin Cook is a boom bust runner. Like he will have in the past 2 years, he's had games in each of the past 2 seasons with 200 yards. He hasn't had that yet, but if he has one of those, we talk about the season entirely differently, right? We talk about the highs and not the lows. So I pulled back on my pessimism a little bit. I'm still going to have him ranked as an RB1, whereas like his performances outside of the touchdowns do not look anything like RB1 numbers, but he is getting the touchdowns, first of all. Second of all, he doesn't look like he's breaking down by any means. So I'm still calling him RB1. I'm not terrified. I'm a little concerned, but not terrified.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, okay? Respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.